Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Is that time? It's not dark time. It's not nap time. Well, it's nap time for some of us. You can listen to me while you want to have a nap. Actually, I'll talk softly. So, it's tarot time, and this is going to be an interesting reading. As I started pulling out the cards, I immediately thought to myself, well, there's a possibility here that this reading will be for some of you, like the energies will be reversed. And as I continued to pull out cards, I'm looking at two energies here. I'm looking at a section that is supposed to be who you are and then who the other is. And the who you are section, there's something not right there. Something's not right there, which is okay. We all have problems at different times. And sometimes that's what readings are for, right? Originally I thought, okay, I'm just going to let everybody know, if you need to flip the energies in this reading, I'm still going to put that out there because some of you could be on either side of this energy, to be quite honest. But I'm gonna put this out. So I'm going to continue to read the first column as I'm talking about it. This is you. If you need to flip it, flip it. I don't want to keep going back and forth. That'll get confusing for everybody. If I'm calling somebody out here and I'm directing it to you, just like, this is Cindy talking to that person. That feels good. Whatever you need to do with it, right? If it's you, just hear me out and listen. Because the other person here though, I think this other person is looking at you with rose-colored glasses. So as I pulled out the other cards, I kind of thought to myself, well, I don't know who the collective are going to feel they are the most in this reading. So we're just going to go with it, okay? I'm using the archetype deck. Yeah, so whoever you are, okay, so this is a gossip. This is who you are. You are a gossip in the reverse. Calling you out. So the gossip in the reverse is somebody who thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information and betraying confidences. That's interesting, right? Well, give them a benefit of the doubt. Maybe they are just, maybe they found out that their old high school friend fell down and they broke their leg, and we're all going to get together. We're going to surprise them at the hospital. We're going to bring them some homemade food. We're going to do this, right? So I don't know. But then, okay, so what motivates you is the hero, to be the hero or the heroine in the light. So passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So that is very interesting. That came through to me because a journey of personal empowerment. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. It just feels like to me, no, it's not, you gotta wait. It's not lunchtime. Why don't you just lay down? Just lay down. You're making me anxious. It feels like to me that I'm looking at someone here who likes to talk about other people because it's part of their personal empowerment. Now, maybe this is also a possibility that I gotta pull the tarot. We're gonna have to go to the tarot. Because it could be that, right, that scenario of, oh, there's a friend. Did you hear about a friend? Let's get together. We'll surprise them. You obviously are talking about this person and they're not aware of it. And you're talking about their situation, right? And it could be, maybe it is to help someone else here to be empowered. Okay, that's a possibility. Let's go with that. Now, what is the thing that you have overcome? So what you've overcome here is the engineer. That's a fascinating, it's one of my favorite cards in this deck. And that's a good girl. That's a good girl. The light, okay, so I kind of want to say something here. When this is something I feel like that we have overcome, I feel like it's the shadow. So I want to talk about that. So when I feel like this card shows up and it's something that we've overcome, it's the actual shadow of it. So what you've overcome is some type of reliance on mechanical solutions without any regard for emotional consequences. So you've looked beyond, what's the obvious answer to this problem that we have here? Well, the obvious answer to that problem is that I'm trying to come up with something that is not what I've used before. I always use the highway dividing, a highway or like a train track dividing like a community or something like that. But I'm actually coming up with something else. So I'm seeing somebody who is getting transported into a completely different cultural group here, okay? And let's say this cultural group has certain, I don't know what to do with my arm really, has certain guidelines in their life. That was going to be a long one. It's 12 o'clock. We can talk through it. They have certain guidelines in their life that like, and they could be like religiously based, or, you know, it could be something where they don't eat pork. They don't eat, maybe they don't eat meat at all. Because I'm seeing somebody introduce like a leather strap or a leather belt to someone here. And that is completely inappropriate. It's like, or somebody who, maybe somebody who was strapped. I don't know, like, right? It seems like a logical solution. It's like somebody who's, you run into somebody, you're in a different environment or with different people, and they're having trouble like holding up their pants. And you think, oh, wait a second. I have in my room here. So maybe you're staying at a hotel, and you're in a town or a community that a culture that you're not familiar with. And they don't use anything leather, nothing at all. And no. That's like a big faux pas. And so you obviously just go to your room and you get a leather belt. You might kind of like in the back of your mind know, yes, I know we're following vegetarian practices here. We're doing this, we're doing that. But right in the back of your mind, you're just thinking, well, they need something right now to hold up their pants. So I'm going to give them a belt. But it's like, oh, no, oh my God, no, you can't, I know you're going to take the belt. What does that mean? Is that a cow skin? What is that? Is it leather? Right? It makes sense. It's like exactly what you could need. But no, there's an emotional thing. The person would be like, I can't, I'm not going to feel good doing that. Or you might just give it to them and say, you know what? They don't need to know that it's leather. I'm just going to say it's pleather. It's a pleather belt, because they just need to wear the belt. They just need the belt. So they put the belt on. And then at some point, I don't know, you know, maybe they get hot, they start sweating. Leather has a smell. It's like, this smells like leather. Oh my God, it's leather. Oh my God. Like, I don't know, but it's weird because it's like you've overcome that. So I want to say you look at a solution and it doesn't necessarily need to be the most logical solution, but it's the solution that has the most emotional impact, the biggest emotional impact. That's a big thing. I think like a lot of points throughout our lives and throughout society and culture, we don't function that way. So I've taken the time that I have to kind of like try to suss that out and to explain it, because it feels really big. It feels like a really profound thing for someone to accomplish, and you have. So, well, I am going to lean a little bit more into the possibility here that I don't feel like this gossip is necessarily negative. You could be saying something, maybe there's a solution that you've come up with here. And you know, maybe you're with a group of friends and you're sharing, you know what? You know who has the same problem? It's Sally Q. Sally Q has the same problem. How can we show her that this would actually be really beneficial to her? I have an impression when I pull the cards out, but I need to get into y'all's energy to actually read it, which is what we're doing now at this point. So I am leaning more and more to the possibility of, you know, the whole hospital situation. Let's share this information. It may, okay, because that's the other thing. Like, you could have, you're coming up with solution here, but that solution may not be the most practical thing, right? You could go see your friend and maybe they're like, they're high on some painkillers in the hospital. And you're like, wow. But you know what? They're going to feel the love. They're going to feel the love. They might not understand what we're saying. They're going to feel the love. Now, how do you view the other? I'm going to say this right now. The other is coming out as a very benevolent person. But you might think that they're a little excessive. I don't know in what way. I think they're a little excessive. So you view the other as somebody who pursues the pleasures of their life to the detriment of their health. This could be somebody who overeats, who overindulges, to be quite honest, which isn't the biggest sin in life. I mean, if you want to call somebody out on something, it's not like the biggest sin in life here. But then there's the indulges at the expense of others. So it is kind of giving me, it's, you know, well, pull out cards here in the tarot. I mean, this is just so focused on like food in the imagery. So it does kind of give me the vibe, right? Of somebody who just, I love food. I love the taste of food. I love the texture of food. I love foodies. We all have food. I have a Taurus moon. I love food. I really do. So, but I'll also try to save some for other people. This is kind of like the energy of someone who won't save any for other people. They'll be the first one. They'll show up early at the function so that they can get as much on their plate as they can. And then once they've done that, then they want to get to the dessert section before anyone else. And if their favorite is there, if there's like creme brulee or chocolate fudge or something like that, you know they're loading up the plate. And well, if everyone else was late, that's their problem. You know, the early bird catches the worm. There's something like that. Like, that's kind of how you view the other person. Whether this is centered around food or not, I don't know. We're going to need the tarot. So when I say that this person is like who they are, they're coming up as the king in the light. Actually, all their cards are in the light. They really like you. Okay, I'm going to say that. This person really likes you. And so you remember when I said at the beginning of the reading, I thought, I'm not sure who you're going to be in this, because this is somebody here who's gossiping. But then the other person is like, wow, I really like this person. I need to understand the gossip card. Okay, but first, this is an enlightened, benevolent leader. They benefit those that are in their charge. So that's interesting. You do have a slightly incorrect impression on this person. I don't know why. Maybe they do things for others that is behind the scenes, like, and you don't see it. Because you're like, no, they indulge at the expense of others here. They're not that person. It could be like, this person could have some type of authority in your life. They could be your boss. They could be, I don't know. I see them as somebody who has status. They have status and probably some level of wealth or a definite comfort, stability. They've got that. I think they've got it in spades, to be honest. And you may see this person maybe living an opulent life, but they are not living that life at the expense of others. This is a very interesting reading. This is a very interesting reading as it's coming across. Okay. Now, what motivates this, I'm telling you, this person really, maybe you do see them. Maybe it's just like they eat too much. As I'm saying, if this person eats too much, that's their biggest sin. Everybody needs at least one. So bad. This person is loyal, tenacious, and unselfish. That's their motive. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Okay, I feel like this person is also motivated by people who are loyal, who are tenacious, and who are unselfish. Because they are benevolent, and they will help those that they find themselves in the position of being like help to somebody, right? Oh, okay, we're going there again. I'm really going to play devil's advocate in this reading, because your motivation is a passion for a journey of personal. I think that's the difference here. Personal empowerment. Maybe this person's not giving to you, so you see them as selfish or indulgent, or they indulge in the good things in life, but they don't share with you. Oh. Because this person is motivated by, as I said it, those that are loyal and unselfish. You might be bouncing around in this reading like, oh, now I think I'm over here. Oh, well, there's the time. There's that time. Oh, there's so, okay. What have they overcome? So this is interesting. It's the warrior. And again, is it something they've overcome? I like to look at the shadow, because this is the challenge is the shadow. Oh, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicting on others. Oh my God, the light has the word heroism in it, right? And that's what motivates you. So interesting. This person isn't interested in being your hero. Oh, this person isn't interested in being your hero. If you need their help, and you are loyal and you're unselfish, they'll help you. Wow, this is pretty interesting, isn't it? They're sticking. Now, this is the thing. They've got some sort of ethical principle here. Or they're not, okay, this ethical principle will not be used to win at any cost. Now, winning at any cost, right? Like we could kind of look at this. Sometimes I feel like the ego is associated with that statement. I got to win at any cost. As long as I feel like I'm winning, then I'm winning. They're not. They're not trying. If they might have been before because they've come out. Now, but it's also interesting because if you've overcome this reliance on some type of mechanical solution, right? And the solution needs to take into consideration the emotional consequences. Like you are now like to some degree, like you are matching with this person's energy in some way. But I tell you right now, they won't want to be your, okay. If we look at this in the light, this is strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. I am telling you, whoever this other person is, this is a very solid person. This person knows their worth, they know their value, and they give to those who are, well, I guess loyal and unselfish. Boy, now as I'm saying that, I'm almost like, wow, maybe, well, if they're loyal to them, and this person is unselfish to them. Oh, I feel like I just stepped into this reading to be like a devil's advocate and almost make you wonder who you are. That's curious, right? Because I'm feeling like there's something about this reading and where if I was just to sit down and tell you, like from the beginning, I was like, oh, I think they might be this. Well, then I don't know who they are because then this kind of looks kind of funny. I feel like this reading is meant to get us thinking about ourselves here in a very deep way. I am going to say this, who this other person is, how they see you as a goddess. They see you as a goddess in the light. They see you as the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Oh no, this person sees you very highly. But you're like, they eat too much. See? Okay, so this is also interesting. The underline is reversed. It's the knight in the reverse. Allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle. Romantic delusions. I don't know where it comes in. This is so fascinating. Okay. What y'all gossiping about? That's the first thing I need to ask. What is it that you're gossiping about? Right? It says thriving on the power of passing on private or secret information. But this betrays but something you were told in confidence or some sort of information you were given in confidence. Anyway, let's just, what are you gossiping about? The Three of Cups, it could be friends, the Star, and the Hermit. Okay. But, oh, it says the Star to me is an attention energy in this situation. I feel like it's trying to get attention. It's trying to get attention. Now, the Hermit. Is this someone, are you talking about someone you haven't seen in a while? You're talking about someone that you haven't seen in a while. This person could get a lot of attention. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's this king energy. Because this person is going to be in some type of position here to, in some type of leadership position. So if they're in a leadership position, they're somehow seen publicly to some degree. I'm just seeing someone too, like in a dojo. So, I mean, like, even if it's just somebody who is running like a jiu-jitsu or karate facility, and right, like, so all the kids come in and the adults have their classes, like a lot of people would know this person, and then they would, like, right, they're there to do good by those people. Whose confidence are you betraying here? I feel it's weird, man. It feels like somebody who is charitable with you. The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. It could be somebody here whose confidences, I asked, right? Whose confidences are you betraying? The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody who's very charitable. I'm not sure what's going on here, right? So I'm getting more and more like I don't feel comfortable with the Gossip card in the shadow in terms of how it's coming across. Like, it doesn't feel like it's benefiting others. So you're talking about someone here who I feel has been charitable to you. Okay, so this is interesting. Maybe you shouldn't be talking about that. Like, you may not be saying it in a way to paint this person in a negative light, or this person never should have done that, but they gave me, like, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't, like, maybe if you're saying it because, but that's, okay. We're also, I'm looking at this card again, how you view them. You view them as someone who indulges at the expense of others. So I don't know if you feel like this person, there could be a possibility here where this person feels like, no, where you feel like they're not giving to you, or they haven't given as much to you. All right. We'll put that back. Okay, so now what is the hero part here? That's what motivates you. Is it, do you want a hero? Because it's also interesting, like this Knight in reverse. Look at, in the upright, it's loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. That's what motivates this person. I'm also confused why this person sees you as the god. No, I don't know. It could just be something physical. Because there's an aspect of you here that feels like, to me, it wouldn't fit what this person is necessarily looking for. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's, okay, let's look at this hero part. Whose journey are you empowering here? The Knight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So it's interesting, we have a queen and then we have a king over there. So I kind of want to say yours. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That is a very healthy thing. I do think too, though, that this person would appreciate that, would jive with it. Like that you are empowering your personal journey. It's the conversation stuff that's getting me here. And because it's gossip, it's also stuff that is said in secret. Because I'm telling you, this like with this card, this person really thinks you're something else. The gossip. Are you, I'm going to ask, are you either intentionally or unintentionally hurting or reducing anyone else by having this strong passion for your own journey of personal empowerment? Like, are you hurting anyone, whether intentionally or unintentionally? No. Okay, I got the 9 of Cups with the King of Swords. No, you're not. Okay. This is a complicated one. And I think it's really meant from the beginning to kind of just make us sit back and think about just think, okay, when I do express myself with that, or I'm talking about this, what are my intentions behind that? Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because no, I don't think so. I think this is you really are focused on your own happiness. You are also focused on having a clear mind to some degree too. With the King of Swords and asking that is you're not looking to bend any rules here. You're not looking to bend any rules. You're not in your favor to make something in your favor. No, you're not. If anything, maybe it is just your heart space here is what you're trying to elevate because there's a lot of cups. Okay. I'm sure I can hardly wait to get to the hedonist to see why they're always eating the desserts. Okay, what you've overcome is the Engineer. You're really taking, oh yes, into account the 2 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Wow. I mean, the emotional context in that is huge. For the emotional consequences, right? You were able to see the emotional consequences. You need to love, what you're doing. Or if there's something that you want to project about your future in life, it's got to be, the first step here is I need to love it. Do I love this idea? If I love this idea, then let's start engineering it and building it and creating it. But if I don't love this idea, I can't do it. So that's really powerful. I'm so curious about that gossip. I don't know what else I would say. It could just be talking about, and maybe you don't think this person has given much towards you, but I'll tell you, they think highly of you. You're like, yeah, they don't share that shit. So there we go, into the hedonist. Why do you think this other person pursues pleasure to the detriment of their health? Well, I mean, right? If they're eating or drinking things that they shouldn't be. If it's food. Judgment. The High Priestess and the Page of Cups. Interesting. I don't know how else to say this. And I don't know how it's going to apply, in a practical way here. But it almost feels like to me that this is saying that this person should not consume the things that you say possibly about them. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to what, I don't know how else to say it, because judgment to me and secrets is with the High Priestess kind of pulling on to gossip a little bit. And then the Page of Cups is making things okay, making things better, being creative. This person could be you could be a creative speaker in some way here, and this person shouldn't take that personally. No. All right? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's taken a bit to get here, but I am starting to feel more and more like whatever it is that you are saying. And if it is, maybe it is this person has helped me out here. There's no ill intent coming from you that you have possibly shared that. How do you think this person indulges at the expense of others, though? How do you think they indulge at the expense of others? The 5 of Swords. You're getting hot in the sun, aren't you? Yeah, I know. Okay, the 5 of Swords. How they indulge at the expense of others. The 6 of Cups. Okay, I think you think that this person exercises their authority at times, that, or they do something with it so that some people hear from their past. It's a bit like a burning bridges energy, I guess. I'm not sure what the details are here. It's just in some way, it feels as though if you're connected, like if somebody finds themselves connected to this person from the past, maybe that doesn't benefit you. Like it doesn't benefit. I am still getting this feeling like there's something about this person has a lot to give, but they don't give anything to you. So maybe that is part of the conversations that you've had. Even if this is just talking to God, I have no idea. Okay, so let's look at them, this benevolent king. They are the king in the light. Oh, these cards are flipping. Oh, flipping back. They are the king in the light. Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. I don't know. Is this person married? I'm not sure what is going on here. Because that's... They are... And giving someone... Now, I don't know though. No. I'm going to be honest. I feel like this person... If this person has not in some way here given to you, and you... Right, like that is obvious to you. This person gives to everybody else, but... Are giving to me. I feel like this person is intentionally holding back for a reason here, because this person likes you. I would say that this is even kind of like the Empress card, right? Like the goddess is the Empress, and that just pulled out for them. Like, right? They view you as that, and they've got a new beginning here. They have some type of new opportunity. And it's weird because it almost feels like it's a bigger opportunity than the things that they have probably already given to other people in life here. I think this person sees you because what motivates them too is someone who is loyal and unselfish. I'm not picking any of that up on the side that is you. Like, I really needed to explore the gossip card and how the hero energy was coming through. So you are, but I need to dig at it. And maybe this person has taken a hot minute to kind of see, well, I see them doing this, but what are their motivations around that? Or I see them doing that. What are they? Because this is a person that I don't like throwing around the word like the word a high value person. I feel like that is just, I think not enough character, integrity, and sense of moral upstanding is associated with that terminology. I feel like so much of it is associated to how expensive a car is that somebody drives and how good their job is and how like, and they have, it just feels very superficial. But if we can remember what I just said about all the characteristics of a high value person, it feels like that is this person. And this person is looking at you. This person is looking at you with a very similar value. I don't know who you talk to about. mean nothing. So, and I'll tell you, if there's a reason they're not giving you nothing, it's because they're waiting to give you something really big. And I don't know if that's just figurative or what, but it's getting hot in the sun here. Okay. What motivates them? A companion. That's what this person is motivated about. Wow. The Tower. Let me see the Tower. I can't. She's staring at. Why are you staring at me? We had a snack. We'll make it to lunch. The Sun and the Hanged Man. Oh, this is getting interesting. I'm telling you right now. Because it looks like to me that this person has their eyes or their sights set on you. And you have changed this, like you're either this person's perspective about you has really changed, and like the character or the integrity or, you know, whatever all those things were, they're seeing that in you, or they're seeing something that they feel like they've not seen in a person before. And what they've overcome. So, okay, as I'm going to lean into that, I think it's also interesting to kind of, I think some of the people that often have or develop over time the strongest levels of integrity and ethics are people who have had that, have found themselves in situations in life where that was challenged. And at points, any of us could fall short of those challenges, and then really learning through the lesson and then highly developing that in ourselves. I see that here with this person. Because they've overcome something to do with ethics, victory at any cost. Now, when we say that, right, they had the 5 of Swords. There's such a weird vibe here, like that this person, in some case in your past, has not shown up in a very good way for you. But, okay, it's going to sound cheesy, but because of the cards, this is how I would describe it. Let's say this is someone where you work. Maybe it's the boss, something like that. And it could be with the king. But it's almost like this person passes you over for promotion. This person really doesn't go out of the way to thank you for the work that you're doing. This person, like, it's like, yeah, they give to everybody else, but they don't give to me. And so it's almost like if everybody is standing in a line and this person is going and giving, everybody's getting their little, oh, congratulations, or I'm giving you a high, good job for you, and yada, yada, yada. And then they get to you and then they turn around and they walk away. And they're like, well, the fuck, me? Like they don't even, it's almost because like when everyone else clears the room, then that person would come, they would enter the room again and they would come with like a bouquet of flowers, because that would be courtship. I don't know how else to say it, because that's here on the table. It's taken a while to really dig it out, and I think it has, because this is very hidden. Very, very hidden. So now I don't know if I want you all going to work and going, is that when my boss treats me like shit? This person isn't treating you like shit. They just maybe not giving you the same amount of attention that other people get. No. Hi, Larry. So, I don't know. Can we see the camera okay? I can't, but all right. So Larry's here. We have a little bit of fluff. The warrior is what they've overcome. They need to fight and do things at any cost here. The wheel of, wow, this person is really turned. You know, things have changed. This person, I really feel like this warrior energy and your engineer energy are very similar. Like, right? I can't have this solution at any cost. I need to consider emotional consequences for this solution. And this person will not inflict the suffering on others to win at any cost. I know. You just suddenly needed your cheek scratched, huh? Okay, now let's get to the juicy part. They view you as a goddess. They view you as the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So I feel like I do feel like they view you as who you are. Because this engineer, I want to say the engineer that overcomes, you know, no longer considering emotional consequences for solution. That is a very feminine energy. That the emotional consequences need to be considered here. Right? And it's not. So the shadow of this would be exploitation of the female nature and form. You're not doing that. Okay. So how they view you is a goddess. The fucking card that came out with it. I'm not kidding. The Lovers. Oh yeah, no. This person sees you. Okay. I don't know what. Is this a situation? Is this the environment you find yourself in with this person? Because how this person views you, they can't express that in the environment that you're in, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Because no, this person would want to bring you flowers. This person would want to take you out to dinner. This person would want to embrace you and make out with you. And you can't, I don't know what this is, what the situation is. But yeah, that's not, they can't do that there. And so I want to say it's kind of too, because if this person has really strong feelings for you, and if you've ever had really strong feelings for someone in a situation where you can't express it, and Larry just knocked over the glass. I'm just going to finish this quick, and we're going to, because I am at the end and I'm going to do the extended. If you've ever had really strong feelings for someone and you can't express those in that situation, it becomes very uncomfortable, and almost is easier to avoid a person, is where I'm going with that. So I have to go clean up the glass. We're going to have to use plastic in this room now. And mop up the water. It's okay. He's not in trouble. He's just being Larry. It's a glass, it's a glass, but we're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna do these. Opa! That's what we're supposed to yell, right? Opa! Is that what they, yeah, because we broke something. That's kind of funny too. I feel like this person sees you as, as that. I'm gonna go do the extended. In the extended, I'm gonna ask, what they don't know about you. What you don't know about them, and what are their hidden intentions towards you. That could be juicy. See. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.